Okay, y'all, I might have done the most for my 16-year-old and her bestie's back to school glow up. They asked me to color 2 wigs from scratch. Yes, two at the same time. Pray for me. They both wanted something fresh for back to school. They're in high school, so they asked for me to dye these two blonde wigs. They're both 613, and I found my favorite products and I got to work. If you've ever wondered what goes into coloring wigs, let me show you the real process. So they actually wrote their initials in the wigs. I put some boiling hot water in this, we're going to call it my coloring bucket. And I made sure to put on gloves because at first I did not. We have to make sure this wig looks good because these are two brown skin babies and we don't want this wig looking like a helmet. So I poured the color into the hot water. I mixed, I want to say 4 bottles actually. I think I only showed 3 because at first I wound up buying a purple by accident. So I had 3 pink and 1 purple, but I digress. I wound up going to get the right color. I had dye on my hands, on the counter, everywhere but the wigs at some point. That's why y'all see me trying to be very careful with the gloves. But when I tell you, the girls are going to eat up these back to school wigs. So I used a tissue test to see if it was the color that we were looking for. And I realized I needed to add a little bit more color. So that's what I did. I added the color to it. Remember, this is boiling hot water. I mixed it up really good. And now I'm checking to see if it's the desired color. And it absolutely is. I compare both colors on a napkin. Now I start dipping the hair. I put one wig in first. I dipped it. I twirled it around. I mixed it up. And then I put in the other wig, which is what you see now. Baby, I had to let that sit. I want to say about 20 minutes or so. And I started to pull it out. And the color that they wanted came out. And it was so pretty. The next step is important too because you want to keep dipping. You want to make sure that it's evenly spread. And now I'm starting to wash it out. I made sure to use some silicone mix for the conditioner. Get it good and all nice and through for both of these wigs. I had to make sure I show love to each of them individually because my girls, they want to be twins. They don't even go to the same school. It's my 16-year-old sister and her best friend, but they both decided that pink was where it's at this year. And of course I obliged. I've been a pink hair girly before. Anyway, make sure you continue to rinse it off until the color is out. Make sure that way they don't have any bleeding on pillows or white clothes and things like that. And you are rinsing with cold water. Do not forget that. Making sure to get all nice and through from the hair to the lace, getting all of that excess color out. I keep dipping, I'm scrubbing, I'm making sure all of the conditioner is out at this point too. Remember, silicone mix is key. And here's the finished product. Now here's the real question. Would you let me dye you and your kid's wig or am I officially banned from being a stylist?